I'm your host, Peggy Young. Well, it is the first weekend of June, and today was Memorial Day in Korea. And I'm sure you noticed we all had our flags up to show our respect and to honor those who gave their lives for our country. Let's welcome today's contenders onto the stage. Welcome to our stage. We have the Anju team, Youngju and Andy Choi.
Hi.
So, well, your name Anju means side dish for alcohol, actually, in Korean. But I know you have a different meaning for why you chose Anju as your team name.
It's the first two letters of my name and the last two letters of her name. Andy and Youngju makes Anju.
Okay, welcome to our stage, Anju team, and good luck to you today.
Yeah.
Now, going against the Anju team, we have R&B, Shinyoungbo and Reese Rajoki. Welcome, and tell us a bit about your team name and also yourselves.
Hello, our team name is Reese. I'm R&B. I took it from our initials, and both of us we love R&B music.
Who's your favorite artist?
Should be R. Kelly.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, good luck to you all. And now let's begin the quiz. In our first section, we'll be giving you 10 multiple choice questions. You get 5 seconds to answer per question. Each question is worth 10 points. You can call out chance once, and we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices and give you a better chance at the correct answer. If you get all 10 correct, we get to give you 50 bonus points. And of course, if you get something wrong, then we have to stop there and give you the sum of points up to that point. Anju, you get to choose first, Q, U, I, or Z.
We'll take Q.
Okay, we'll go with question set Q, number 1. Of the following, which body part changes when Pinocchio tells a lie? 1 mouth, 2 ear, 3 nose, 4 eye.
3 nose.
Yes. It's good to have your friends in support, right?
Yeah, my friends are back here. I live with these guys.
And we go to question 2. Of the following, which coffee is of the thickest concentration? 1 espresso, 2 cafe latte, 3 cappuccino, and 4 cafe americano.
1 espresso.
And we go to question 3. Which science studies the chemistry of living things? 1 biochemistry, 2 ecology, 3 genetics, and 4 biophysics. If you're not sure, you can call out chance.
We'll take chance.
Okay, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And please make your final selection.
Number 1, biochemistry.
Very good. And we go to question 4. Okay. What is the probability of choosing a king from a standard deck of playing cards? 1, 113, 2, 413, 3, 114, 4, 152.
452.
Number 4.
113. 113. Number 1. 1 in 13.
Yes. Glad you had your partner, right?
Yeah.
And we have
I haven't
question
done
5.
math in a while. Okay.
Of the following, which movie does not star Korean actress Chun Do-yeon? 1, Promise, 2, The Contact, 3, Happy End, 4, Double Agent.
Number 4, double agent.
That's right, Double Agent stars our actress Go So-young. And we go to question 6. Who was the first Tsar of Russia? 1, Ivan IV the Terrible, 2, Fyodor I, 3, Ivan III the Great, and 4, Ivan I. Final answer, Anju?
Number 4, Ivan
You're actually going for Ivan IV the Terrible. Well, Anju, we have a lot of the game ahead. We have ended here with 50 points. Now, R&B team, you have a choice of U, I, or Z sets. Which would you like?
You, please.
Okay, we'll go with question set U, number 1. Of the following, which shape can you not see on poker cards? 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Number 4, start.
Number 2. Of the following, which sport does not call for the use of a bat? 1, baseball, 2, cricket, 3, ice hockey, and 4, softball.
Number 3, ice hockey.
And we go to question 3. Of the following, what is the opening section of an opera called? 1, intermezzo, 2, overture, 3, finale, and 4, aria. If not sure, you can call out chance.
Number 2, overture.
Very good. And we go to question 4. Of the following, which continent has shores on the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans? 1, Australia, 2, Antarctica, 3, Africa, and 4, Asia.
Number 2, Antarctica.
Very good. R&B, are you finding the questions easy?
No.
Not at all?
Not
Well,
really.
you still haven't used chance. And we go to question 5. Of the following, what did D initially mean in D-Day? 1, deliverance, 2, determination, 3, day, 4, defense.
Number 2,
It's actually D for day. And so the day of the occurrence, and it was day, or D-Day. And of course, when we say H hour, the H also stands for hour as well. R&B, well, we have a lot of the quiz ahead, as I said to Anju. However, Anju, you end this section ahead, 10 points at 50. Congratulations. Now we get to see how well you work together as partners. Anju, if you're ready, please take your position next to me. And I'm sure you know all about this section. We give you 100 seconds to go through a list of 20 words. Of course, you've chosen the list beforehand. And of course, you cannot use the word or phrase that is on the board unless it is in the parentheses. And so you picked world fairs as your category. Did you study up on world fairs? Okay, we'll go with basic knowledge. Okay.
It was pretty broad, world fairs, so you know, we'll try.
All right, ready?
Use our psychic powers. Okay.
Go.
Okay, soccer, 4 years. Soccer tournament.
What do you call?
In Daejeon, they did this. Starts with
Expo.
E. A longer word. Remember?
Expo is his exhibition.
Yeah. This is they have a lot of cars and a Truman.
Show.
So first word, cars. Another word for cars.
Car show.
Okay, pass. This is where we watch movies at the Mega Box. Starts with C. Starts with C. Mega Box. Where's the Mega Box? Starts with C. Huh?
Samsung.
Another name for that.
Correct?
I don't know. Good, pass. I don't know. Well, every 4 years, the big sports things, every 4 years, you know, summer games. Oh. You know, okay. This is someone who doesn't get paid, but does work. Someone who doesn't get paid, but does work. You did this in New Zealand. So
Internship.
No, you said you did this for refugee children. but you really
Volunteer.
did. Yeah. Next, fast. This was the Korean. In Korea, they did a world fair. What city was that in?
Daejeon.
This is the beauty pageant for women.
Miss Universe.
This is a city in Germany. Starts with F. Hot dogs. Another thing for hot dogs. Another name for the hot dog. Frankfurt.
Well, for basic knowledge, you did pretty well.
Yeah.
You were trying to get to Frankfurt, the city. And of course, that is where they have the book fair. And Goyang actually is famous for flowers. So we have a flower show every year. And we couldn't give you Olympic Games because you used games in your hint. You end the section with 100 points. Now, R&B, will you take your position? Your category is dogs, and do you have a favorite breed?
Oh, Chihuahua.
Why?
I'm interested in Tibet, but it's from Tibet.
Ah, I see. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go.
It's a little dog, what you call P.
Picky? Poodle? Puppy?
It's not. Starts with D, and he's friend of Donald Duck and
Pluto?
it's a pass. ST starts with from China, small.
Shih Tzu?
Pass. He was shown movie and also TV series starts with B.
Beethoven?
Another. Not Beethoven. Pass. Starts with P. National dog of France.
Poodle?
Korean famous dog.
Jindo?
You said that starts with B.
Beethoven?
He's the name of animation movie, and he was the character of pass. C from Tibet.
Chihuahua?
He's from H starts from Siberia.
Husky?
Well, you know why we couldn't give you the last one, because you said Siberia and we were going for Siberian Husky. Snoopy was the character you were going for. I think you were looking for you were going for Beagle, right? Looking for the breed.
I forgot the breed.
And of course, we were not going for Beethoven, we were going for Benji when he asked first. Benji, the series. Anyway, you end the section even, Anju and R&B, at 100 points. So this section that's coming up will decide who will get to go on to the finals. Let's have Mr. Kim Jun-sun join us. Good to have you on our stage.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I see that we're exactly 100 and 100. Not exactly the most competitive, but we're having fun, right?
We're tied. That's
You guys didn't do that very well in Famous Dogs, or was it Famous Dogs? Was it?
No, Just Dogs.
Just Dogs, yeah. And World Fairs. So let's see if you guys can do better in this section. And I'll go ahead and explain the rules. This next section is a round of 15 non-multiple choice questions. Each question is worth 30 points. It's 450 points in total. First team buzzes in can answer, and if the team gets the answer wrong or cannot answer the question, then the question will go over to the other team. And you have 5 seconds to answer, and when both teams are not able to answer the question, we will give you a spelling hit.
And of course, please wait for me to call out your team name before you share your answers with us. So let's start with question 1.
Okay, question number 1 is about astronomy. This summer, spotting this will be a breeze as the planet inches closer to Earth than ever in human history. It has been 60,000 years since the Earth and this have come this close. It is the 4th planet in order of distance from the Sun.
Anju.
Mars?
And Anju is moving ahead. We'll go to see what happens next with question 2.
Okay, number 2 is about an issue. This actress has landed in hot water again with anti-racism campaigners after criticizing Muslims in a new book. This 68-year-old French actress who starred in classics including And God Created Women put her film career behind her 30 years ago to concentrate on her role as an animal rights activist. Who is she?
Anju.
Bridget Bardot.
Bardot was the woman we were going for, and we go to question 3.
Okay, question number 3 is about fruit. Some varieties of this fruit are vividly colored with shades of red and yellow, while others are dull green. The single large seed is a flat oval shape. It is one of the most important and widely cultivated fruits of the tropical world. What is this fruit?
R&B.
Mango?
Yes. R&B, it's good to see you on the board.
At this point, maybe because the camera would like to get a lovely picture of you, but if you keep on moving around like this, they can't see you. But I know that it's part of your character, and it's good to have. He's a pretty funny guy, right? Yeah. If you need another roommate, I'm certainly would be interested.
We're big fans of yours.
And we go to question 4.
Okay, question number 4 is society. This was first started in England. This is a national scheme offering free books to every child and advice to every parent. It encourages parents and caretakers to share books with children from a very early age, and is based on the belief that it's never too soon to share books with babies. What is this movement?
Why don't we take a look at the spelling? RB.
Enclosure?
Anju, 5 seconds. Why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? I'm sure that'll help you out. R&B?
Bookstore?
Yes. And of course, they have this program in Korea as well to encourage young readers or readers to read, begin early. And we go to question 5 with an even score of 160.
Okay, number 5 is about person. Peronist Nestor Kirchner clinched Argentina's presidency on May 14th after this person, his flamboyant rival and ex-president, hit rock bottoms in polls and quit 4 days before a runoff election. This politician and lawyer became president in 1989. Who is he?
Politician and lawyer who became president in 1989. Why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? And now I know you know his name. R&B.
Minam?
Yes. R&B, you've got the lead, and we go to question 6.
Okay, number 6 is about health. Using this oil instead of other cooking oils helps reduce high blood pressure, says a study by researchers in India. It was cultivated since antiquity for its seeds, which are used as food and flavoring, from which a prize oil is extracted.
Anju.
Olive oil?
And R&B, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
Yeah, what is this oil?
R&B, 5 seconds. R&B.
Sunflower oil?
Why don't we take a look at the hint? Anju.
Sesame. Sesame oil.
Yes. And we go to question 7 with also an even score of 190.
Okay, question number 7 is about music. Recently, this musician held a press conference in New York City to announce an exciting new theatrical project in 2005. The announcement will be for a new show not related to either of his current Broadway hits, The Lion King and Aida. Who is this British musician?
R&B.
Elton John?
Yep. With that, R&B, you've taken the lead, and Anju, I see your frustration. However, you do have to buzz in first for me to call you.
It's a little slow.
Want to give it another practice
Didn't
buzz?
drink enough Coke or something.
Maybe press the button first and then shake your body instead of shaking your body first and press the button, you know? Because what you're doing is you're doing it like that, you know? The other way, yeah, other way.
And why don't we move on to the next question?
Is it number 8?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Number 8 is about title. According to an internet survey in Korea, this film was selected as the movie netizens most wanted to see again. The film, starring Vivian Leigh and Clark Gable, premiered in
R&B.
Gone with the Wind.
Yes. And we move on to number 9.
Okay, number 9 is about science. In early May, scientists revealed a super thin, flexible electronic ink display screen. This, which promises to change the face of publishing and save forests, came closer to reality. It would be put together in the form of a book or newspaper with electronic pages downloaded using wireless technology. What is this?
What is this? Why don't we take a look at the hint? And Anju?
E-paper.
Yeah. Once again, 30 points between you and the lead. R&B is in the lead with 250 points. We go into question number 10.
Okay, number 10 is about crop. Japanese laboratories have developed this plant that could free serious diabetes patients from regular insulin injections by promoting their own body's production of a key hormone, researchers said. What is this plant, which is a key source of food in most of Asia?
R&B.
Rice.
Yeah. And R&B, you're increasing your lead, and we go to question 11.
Okay, number 11 is about organization. This organization's president said that the organization would...
R&B.
OPEC.
Yes. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries is correct, and we move to 12.
Okay, number 12 is about word. There are these kinds of bank accounts, and there are also companies which specially deal with this. This is a legal holding and managing of money or property belonging to somebody else, for example.
R&B?
Trust. Trust account.
Yes. And we move to question number 13.
Okay, number 13 is about an artist. Last year, this person's works were the most widely auctioned art pieces. Nearly 1,356 pieces were sold and bought, amounting to a total of $82.8 million. He is a Spanish expatriate.
R&B?
Picasso?
Yes. Of course, he's also the creator of Cubism, and we move on to 14.
Okay, number 14 is about country. This country voted a resounding yes to join the European Union just 13 years after breaking away from the Soviet Union. It is one of the 10 mainly ex-communist countries on course to join.
R&B?
Lithuania?
And we've got just one left. Let's go to 15.
Okay, number 15 is about sport. On June 7th, this World Cup deciding the world's best Ironman will be held in Tongyang City in Gyeongsang-namdo Province, Korea. This event, which is worth $80,000 of prize money, will be held in Asia for the second time, the first time being in Japan. It is an endurance contest involving swimming, cycling, and running.
Anju?
Triathlon?
Yeah. It was a strong ending for Anju. However, R&B, you get to go on to the finals. Congratulations. Anju team, well, I hope you had fun. I know you have your roommates behind you in support. Now, what do you want to say?
I just want to thank them for coming out and sitting here for a long time, and thank Ariang for inviting us.
Thank you very much for joining us. And now R&B, we'll be seeing you after this break. You'll be going against our one-time winner, the Chubaka team. Now, how do you feel about going against them?
I didn't expect that. I was nervous, but I was so nervous. So.
Are you still nervous?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll be right back after this. final stage, R&B, and now let us welcome back Chubaka team. Welcome back to our stage, Sam Nearing and Russ Kaiser.
We have Jesus on our show.
Healing my child.
And so what did your friends say upon your win?
They were happy, proud, surprised.
They want to, take them with them.
Yeah.
So,
And what did your students say?
They want to take us to take them with them too.
Are you thinking about it?
No.
All right. Okay. So, well, we're going to have an exciting game, the final section. Now let us get to it. Now in this final section, we give you 5 categories of questions, 10 to 50 points each. And if you get the question correct, then you get to choose the next question. What are today's categories?
Today's categories are European nations, idea and beliefs, Oh Brothers, backdrop for films, and golf questions.
And of course, last week you gave us quite a lot of fun trying to get the bingo look on our board. We'll see what happens today. However, I will begin with my question. We'll go with European nations for 10 points. This question is multiple choice. Each team will only have 1 chance to answer, so be careful. Of the following, which is the largest country in area? 1 United Kingdom, 2 Germany, 3 Russia, 4 France. Chubaka.
Russia.
Very good. And of course, Russia, as you know, covers twice as much territory of either the US or China. And Chubaka, you're already on the board. You get to choose.
Okay, golf for 50.
Golf for 50.
Hello, I'm an LPGA teaching professional Class A member, Hae-young Choi. For me, I started golf accidentally. I accompanied a friend to a golf range in 1992. And that was the start of my golf career and led to what I do today. As you know, golf is like life. Sometimes life is so beautiful. Sometimes life is so difficult. Well, let's see just how much you know about golf. This golf event was first held in 1927. Until 1979, it was played between teams of golfers from the United States and Great Britain. But in 1979 and thereafter, players opposing the United States were chosen from all of Europe. This event's trophy was donated by Samuel Blank, a British seed merchant, for a biennial golf competition to alternate between British and US venues. What is this biennial professional team golf event?
R&B?
Ryder Cup.
Yes. And of course, the cup was donated by this guy, Ryder, and R&B, you have 50 points. You're in the lead and you get to choose.
Oh Brothers 10.
Oh Brothers for 10 points. In Greek and Roman mythology, Castor and Pollux were the children of Leda and Zeus, the king of the gods. They were inseparable and became renowned for their athletic ability, the twins. A dispute between them, however, led to bloodshed. Their father Zeus allowed them to remain together alternately in the heavens and the netherworld. Later, he transformed them into the constellation blank. What is this? R&B.
Gemini.
Yes. And of course, in Latin, we have Gemini. And R&B, you are increasing your lead. You get to choose.
Yeah, Oh Brothers 20, please.
Oh Brothers for 20 points. Wilbur and Orville were the sons of an ordained minister of the church. R&B.
Wright brothers.
Yes. Of course, they were the first to achieve powered, sustained, and controlled airplane flight in the year 1903. And Chubaka, I guess you have to buzz in more quickly against this team, the R&B team. And R&B, you get to choose.
Can we continue for 30 points?
Sure, Oh Brothers for 30 points. Jacob and Wilhelm were the oldest in a family of 5 brothers and 1 sister. Their father, Philip Wilhelm, a lawyer, was a town clerk. The brothers studied law at the University of Marburg. At university, they came under the influence of Clemens Brentano, who awakened in both a love of folk poetry. Generally known as Blank's fairy tales. Chubaka.
Brothers Grimm.
Yes. And of course, these brothers are famous for their classic collections of folk songs and folk tales, these German brothers. And Chubaka, you are gaining 40 versus R&B's 80 points.
Backdrop for films for 40, please.
Backdrop for films for 40 points.
Okay, for 40 points. Peter Jackson's trilogy, The Lord of the Rings, were filmed...
R&B.
New Zealand.
Chubaka, it's your chance to answer and he'll finish the question.
Yes, were filmed entirely in New Zealand. Most of the film was filmed in this particular city. The town called Bree in the movie is set in Fort Dorset, which belongs to this city. Kaitoke Regional Park, is that right? Okay. Was introduced as the ferries village Rivendell and River Anduin. It is located in extreme southern North Island of New Zealand. What is the name of New Zealand's capital city?
Chubaka, 5 seconds. Chubaka.
The only Kiwi city I know, fuck you, Papa.
Nope. And now the chance to answer is open to both teams. R&B.
Wellington.
Well.
Is there such a city?
Yes.
There is, huh?
Ski city. Paka Papa.
Oh, really? Yeah. I'm afraid to say it again. You know?
Yes. Now, Wellington, this capital city of New Zealand, is the same as it has the same name as the same town in East Central New South Wales in Australia. Of course, Wellington. And were you a citizen of Wellington?
No, I'm from Auckland, which is the biggest city.
I see. Well, now whose turn was it? R&B. Okay, R&B, you get to choose.
Oh Brothers for 40, please.
Oh Brothers for 40 points. This novel about the lives of a father and his 3 adult sons form a complex web of love, hate, jealousy, guilt, and eventually murder. Against this intense and often sordid background, the novel masterfully presents Russian life in the 19th century and explores Chubaka.
The brothers Karamazov.
R&B.
Brothers of Karamazov.
Yes. The brothers Karamazov was what we were going for. You were close, but we had an extra syllable in there. And R&B, you could choose.
Can I close the category?
Sure. Oh Brothers, 50 points. Born in Chicago, these brothers, who direct, write, and produce, wrote Assassins for Richard Donner, directed 2 feature films, Bound, and one of the best sci-fi films, R&B.
Coen Brothers.
Chubaka, it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. One of the best sci-fi films of all time, the Matrix series. The brothers are former comic book writers. Expect the unexpected is the motto of these brothers. They have a unique imagination playing with the audience's perception. What is the last name of these brothers? Chubaka, 5 seconds. Now it is open to both teams. We are looking for the name of the brothers behind Matrix. R&B.
Parker Brothers.
Chubaka, 5 seconds. We're looking for Wachowski brothers, Larry and Andy. And I will go with backdrop for films for 10 points.
Okay, for 10 points. The Mexican, starring Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts, Ocean's 11, starring George Clooney, and Casino, starring Robert De Niro and Sharon Stone.
Chubaka.
Las Vegas.
Yes. And of course, it's in Nevada. of the U.S. And Chubaka, you get to choose.
Keep it.
Backdrop for films for 20.
Backdrop for films for 20 points.
Of the following, which film was not set in London in England? Number 1, Sliding Doors. Number 2, Notting Hill. Number 3, Waterloo Bridge. Number 4, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Chubaka.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yes, that is set in New York. And Chubaka, you are making headway. 70 versus R&B's 160, and you get to choose.
Idea and beliefs for 20, please.
Idea and beliefs for 20 points.
Okay, for 20 points. This person's maternal grandfather was a successful china and pottery entrepreneur, Josiah Wedgwood. His paternal grandfather was a well-known 18th century physician and savant. He became a scientist who laid the foundation of modern evolutionary theory with his concept of the development.
R&B.
Darwin?
Yes. And of course, his work was a major influence on the life and earth sciences and on modern thought in general. R&B, you get to choose.
Idea and beliefs for 10 points.
Idea and beliefs for 10 points.
Okay, for 10 points. This is a term applied to the 1960s flower children and their long hair.
Chubaka.
Hippie.
There we go.
Yes. And of course, yuppie is a similar word that comes, that is similar to hippie. And Chubaka, you get to choose.
Golf. European nations for 50, please.
European nations for 50 points. This country has historically been poor with inadequate communications, but in the period after World War II, ended in 1945, it has experienced rapid economic and social change. Tourism and shipping make major contributions to the country's economy, which has also benefited from payments arising from its membership in the European Union. R&B.
Turkey?
Chubaka, it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish. And what is this country in southeastern Europe, occupying the southernmost part of the Balkan Peninsula? Chubaka, 5 seconds. And Chubaka?
Greece?
Yes. And of course, it has one of the biggest fleets of ships in the world, and the capital and largest city is Athens.
It's
Chubaka.
Onassis family. They're a big shipping magnate from Greece, right?
That's right. And Chubaka, you get to choose.
Idea and beliefs 40, please.
Idea and beliefs for 40 points.
Okay, for 40 points. The answer to this question consists of 2 words. You must get both words correct. Beginning the early 4th century BC, Chinese philosophers wrote about these in terms of the environment, especially the shaded and sunny sides of a hill. By the
Chubaka.
Yin and yang?
Yes. And of course, they come from the Chinese words meaning shaded and sunny. Chubaka, you are just 10 points behind the lead of R&B, 180 versus 170, and you get to choose.
Golf questions for 10, please.
Golf questions for 10 points.
And the bingo.
The Korean player active in the LPGA in the United States are showing some great results this year. Of the following, who is not a Korean golfer player in the LPGA in the United States? 1. Sari Park. 2. Mi-hyun Kim. 3. Grace Park. 4. Sunmin Jung.
R&B.
Number 4.
Yes. And of course, Chung Sun-min is a woman who has gone to play basketball in the WNBA. And R&B, you have increased your lead yet again by 20 points. And R&B, you get to choose.
Golf questions for 20, please.
Golf questions for 20 points.
Probably the most famous disc in golf history was scored by Gene Sarazen at the August Master of 1935 on the 15th hole. This term is a score of 3 strokes under par. It is also the name of a large, long-winged seabird that inhabits cool southern oceans and spends most of its life in flight. What is this?
R&B.
Albatross.
Yes, it is. And of course, the albatross is also known as the double eagle. However, only albatross would serve as the answer to this question. And R&B, you get to choose.
Same category for 30, please.
Golf questions for 30 points.
There are a variety of conflicting stories about how many of these there are and whether the winner gets to take his home. Apparently, non-members who win the Masters tournament become honorary members, which is what this signifies. Members do not remove this from the premises, nor do past champions, but the current Master champion is permitted to. What is this, which is awarded to the winner of the Masters tournament?
Chubaka.
Jackets?
Green jackets.
Yes, the green jackets. And of course, because if you are a member, you don't get to take it home. And if you win, you get to be named an honorary member, and hence, we wonder whether they get to take theirs home or not. And of course, it was worn by Tiger Woods in 2002 and Mike Ware this year. And Chubaka, you have, of course, caught up to just 10 points behind the lead of R&B, 210 versus 200 points. Chubaka, you get to choose.
Ideas and beliefs for 30, please.
Ideas and beliefs for 30 points.
Okay, for 30 points. According to the Quran, the sacred scripture of Islam, God requires the fast of this so that the believers may cultivate piety.
R&B.
Ramadan?
Yes. And of course, this is the holy month of fasting, the 9th month of the Muslim year. And R&B, you have increased your lead yet again, 240 versus Chubaka's 200, and you get to choose.
Can I go back to golf questions for 40, please?
Golf questions for 40 points.
This golfer was born in Columbus, Ohio. He began playing golf at the age of 10. He's an American professional golfer who many consider as the most talented golfer of the 20th century. Between 1959 and 1986, he set a record for most career victories at major tournaments by capturing 20 championships. His size, blonde hair, and aggressive play earned him the nickname of Golden Bear. Who is this famous golfer?
R&B?
Jack Nicklaus.
Yes. And R&B, you get to choose.
European nations for 20, please.
European nations for 20 points. The following description is about which country? Listen carefully. Some 98% of this country's people are German-speaking. This country's dynasty, the Habsburgs, lasted from 1247 to 1918. Newspaper is Wiener Zeitung, and currency before the euro is the shilling. R&B.
German.
Chubaka, it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. And capital and largest city, Vienna. Chubaka, 5 seconds. Chubaka?
Austria.
Yes. R&B, you were just slightly confused at the end, and Chubaka, you're catching up. You have 60 points between you and the lead, and you get to choose.
European nations for 30.
European nations for 30 points. About 80% of this country's population is Roman Catholic. Religious liberty is guaranteed, and part of the stipend for the ministers of all faiths is paid by the government. In 1963, a law was passed establishing 3 official languages within the country. Dutch was recognized as the official language in the north, French in the south, and German along the eastern border. R&B.
Belgium.
Yes, it is Belgium. And of course, it is one of the Benelux countries along with the Netherlands and Luxembourg. And R&B, you get to choose.
Same category for 40, please.
Closing out European nations for 40 points. This country is the world's best place in which to be a mother, according to a recent study. The study found that a mother's level of education and access to family planning services were most strongly linked to an infant's survival and well-being. In this country, 99% of women are literate. Now, Norway, Denmark, and this country are located on the Scandinavian peninsula. What is this, R&B?
Sweden?
Yes. And R&B, you get to choose.
Backdrop for films for 30, please.
Backdrop for films for 30 points.
For 30 points. In 2000, Cambodia's famous Angkor Wat temples would be used as a backdrop for filming some of the scenes for this action movie. Cambodian authorities have given permission for Paramount Pictures to use 9th and 12th century temples as long as no guns are fired there. This movie would star Angelina Jolie as video game
Chubaka.
Tomb Raider?
Yes. And actually 100 Buddhist priests of Angkor Wat actually took part in the production of this film. Chubaka, if you get both of the questions, then we tie. It's very important. Now, which one will you have?
Backdrop for films, 50.
Backdrop for films for 50 points.
Bernardo Bertolucci's The Last Emperor is a true story of Puyi, the last ruler of the Chinese Qing dynasty, told in flashback. The film covers the years 1908 to 1967. The audience first sees the three-year-old Puyi being installed in this site by
Chubaka.
Oh, this site by Temple. Forbidden City?
Yes. And yes, this Imperial Palace complex at the heart of Beijing, China, is 178 acres large and was added to the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1987. So everything hangs on this last question. If Chubaka gets this last question, then we tie and we have to go to a tiebreaker. And we'll see what happens. We have just one left on the board. Idea and beliefs for 50 points.
Okay, for 50 points. In addition to the influence of Greek culture, particularly the philosophies of Plato and Aristotle, this philosopher was influenced by German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer, by the theory of evolution, and by his friendship with German composer Richard Wagner. His most prolific period as an author was in the 1880s. During the decade, he wrote Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Who is this German philosopher?
R&B.
Nietzsche?
The name of this great 19th century philosopher has won R&B their first win. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Now, this is one of the closest games we've actually had. Chubaka, it was a great game. You already have one win. So are you going to head over to Jeju Island together?
Who knows? No.
You asked him that before.
Well, I always want to know.
Yeah.
Anyway, congratulations. Now, what do you want to say to your students and those who are supporting you?
Thanks to the students, and back home, thanks to the Juggalos, the Buzzards, and the K-Town Mafia.
Okay.
Hi, Julie. There we go.
Okay, thank you very much, and it was wonderful having you here. Now, R&B team, it was pretty tough, but you won. And of course, you have one win under your belt. Are you satisfied with this, or are you aiming for Europe?
We're pretty lucky to get this far, I think. So we'll be happy to go to Jeju.
Okay, but you will be back next week?
Yeah. If my boss lets me.
You will be back next week?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Congratulations again. And so with that, R&B has won its first game, tickets to Jeju Island. Now, please join us on our show, The Contenders, and please write us with your comments on our net site. Thank you for joining us, and see you again next week. Bye-bye.